All right, so welcome back to our channel. Today we have Nikita again, Nikita Fox, and Summer. Okay, Nikita, we talked about last time, which is she is a midnight ballerina slash dancer slash feature slash OnlyFans, and Miss Summer is a midnight ballerina, exact dancer, whatever. And
Jill of all trades.
Yeah. Both work obviously in clubs here in Chicago, but have worked at multiple clubs across either Illinois or other places. So all their stories do not necessarily come from the club they are currently at. So, yeah. So don't assume things just because they say, yeah. Anyways, so usually what we do is kind of give you the breakdown as we talk about some stuff kind of going on. Just obviously want to hear your stories. Yesterday we started with some just ideas of, obviously things that happen in the club, things that annoy you, things that whatever, because obviously you guys typically have the same experiences no matter what clubs you're at. You get the same guy coming in and saying the same thing with the same line and thinking, oh my God, this is going to work. She really loves me. She told me her real name. I'm in love and she's going to text me tomorrow. I'm sure you've dealt with that.
I usually lie about my real name anyway. Same. I got a different name depending on what day of the week it is. So
when that guy comes in and yells, "Hey Rebecca," you're like, "Who?
What?
Oh shit! Yeah, no, that's. I'm sorry. I'm just not used to people telling my real name here."
I mean, yeah, I respond to anything within reason.
So, anyways, hopefully it's okay to talk about. Obviously, you just got implants, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What made you decide to do that?
Honestly, I've always wanted them. I always had the ass. I never had the titties, so.
So now you're a dual
I'm
threat.
ready. Yeah.
Get them out there. Everything been going good. The healing and all that kind of stuff.
The healing was a very smooth process. I was surprised. I was out in LA. I was on a scooter. I also had a broken foot at the time, so I flew out within 3 days.
Damn.
Yeah, the only thing is you'll take everything that you're normally able to do for granted.
Yeah.
Which kind of
because of the surgery or because of your foot?
Both. I was crippled from chest down.
Yeah. Are you now?
Hard knock life for sure.
Are you happy how they turned out?
I am very happy.
Are they starting to drop? Everything is kind of settling in and.
Yeah, the only thing I wish I would have got them bigger, and everybody says that.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna make this one of my reels right now.
Yes.
Literally every girl that I know, from fitness to OF to glam, every single one within the first 2 weeks, you're like, I should have went bigger. Like every single time without fail, I've yet to hear a girl be like, "Oh, I went too big." No. They go, "Oh my God, I should have went bigger." Like my one friend, she's out in Houston, and she was like, "Oh, like should I go 325 or 300?" I'm like, "Oh, 325." And she's like, "Well, I don't know." And she was really, really fighting it. She ended up finally going 325. 2 weeks later, she goes, "Yeah, I should have went 375." And she was so mad at herself. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm going to be redoing these in like 5 years."
Yeah, that's probably going to be like my 30th birthday present to myself. Because you could get it done. He said they last 25 years. You could get it done within 10 years. But honestly, they're 475. I thought they were going to be huge. Right now, they're a D. Okay. I wish I would have went to like a double D, maybe 500 cc.
Damn. Yeah. No, 500 would have been pretty big. Not going to lie.
It's at 475 right now.
Yeah?
Yeah. So just yeah, you would think they don't look too huge, but
I know she's
I'm debating. I've been debating for a while. I swear every single week it's like a new week. 1 week I'm like, yeah, I want to go get my tits done. Next week I'm like, I'll keep them natural. So I don't know. I'm gonna give myself like 2-3 years, decide on it, get it done.
That's how
I don't want to jump into it.
That's how I was for the longest time, because I feel like, especially working in this industry, you see so many botched jobs, and it kind of turns you away. You're like, what the fuck? Where did they go?
No,
so it's like,
no, there are definitely some bad jobs. I hate the ones, not gonna lie, hands down, least favorite ones are the ones that look like they're literally softballs popped on top. Yeah. Like they're literally softballs. Yes. You can see the roundness of them. They just sit there. Not a fan of that at all.
They just don't sit pretty.
No,
yeah, no, they look like you got a boob job done. If I want a boob job, I want it to be like I want it to look natural, like I've been had these.
Yeah.
Like,
No. Like I'll say yours look really good because you said it goes right in the chest. There's a nice slope. It goes right into them. They look like they belong there versus like the ones where they like literally you would go like roundness. Yeah,
yes,
no, that's not.
You can legit see the implant.
Yeah.
They look like a water balloon. You can just take a needle and
they
fucking pop that
legit
shit.
look like an implant.
It's not,
No, those are
like I said,
not
I use it the 16 inch softball metaphor, like those 16. Remember because everybody in Chicago knows 16 inch softball. Do you know that?
I'm
You're
not from
you're
Chicago.
I'm not from
Okay,
Chicago. I
so
have no
Chicago
idea.
has a thing that's called 16 inch softball. It's only in Chicago. It's this big brown ball that we use for softball, and it's actually soft. And it allows us to play softball without gloves and mitts and all that kind of stuff. But they're like this big, and that's exactly what they look like. They look like those suckers popped on. Shout out from the people from Chicago that actually know what I'm talking about. It is a Chicago thing, though.
Hey, you never know what they
Yeah.
use to put in you. You know, maybe they do use those.
And since we, you know what, since we didn't talk about it last time, though, speaking of body modifications, Miss No Titties over here did something crazy back in November.
Yeah.
Show her.
I got my tongue split.
Oh shit! Okay, I've never actually seen anybody in person with that.
Yes. Actually, by far, favorite modification. Highly recommend. Highly recommend.
How long before you could like eat or? Because I had my tongue pierced.
It took me
And I couldn't.
5 days. 5 days. 4
No
days was
shit.
rough. Like, I wasn't eating anything for 4 days. Barely even drinking. I was sleeping all day. Swelling was pretty bad. But by day 5, swelling was down. I was eating I wasn't eating like a hamburger, but I've seen some other people do that even after their split. I just wasn't prepared for that. So I was like eating like soft foods.
Salute to you. I could not.
Yeah,
I don't know. I used to go crazy with the piercing tattoos.
I want to
but
get my tongue split deeper. I'm at that point. I want to go a lot deeper because with the healing process, they tell you, my artist told me as soon as I got it done and the stitches were coming out, he was like, you need to take dental floss, like the dental floss picks, and saw the middle of my tongue. But I was nervous to do it because my tongue wasn't completely healed yet. So I know I got some regrowth. So I kind of want to go get it redone.
Were you nervous that you were gonna like lose feeling?
No.
Oh,
No.
right.
I mean, the tip of my tongue were kind of numb for a while, and it did make me nervous because the one night I got high as fuck. I was sitting there in my house, couldn't eat, couldn't drink anything, basically. But then I was like, I gotta get high as fuck. I'm like, I can't stay here and not. Like, I cannot just deal with this shit because I was in so much pain. Got high as fuck, and I was like, my tongue's never gonna go back to normal. Next day, perfectly fine. Woke up, numbing was gone. Every swelling went down. I was perfectly fine, normal. It was amazing. No, like,
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks cool, but the pain part, no, I don't
pain
think.
is temporary. Okay, that's the way that I look at it. Pain is temporary.
Coming from the person who's bashing her head against a wall.
I couldn't sleep. I legit was smashing my head off the wall because I was like, I can't sleep. I've been tossing and turning for hours. First 24 hours, rough as fuck. But after that, after you get through that point, you're fine. So now I know 24
You're like,
hours, 24
I hit my head
hours.
so hard I forgot how much it actually hurt.
Well, speaking of which,
First 24 hours, not bad. Okay,
Just-
24 hours. You're telling me it's not manageable for 24 hours? Okay,
I-
fine.
I-
Now I got it.
Okay.
Now I know the pain.
It's-
Take some Narcos, knock the fuck out.
That-
Wait,
yeah.
can I swear on here?
yeah, you're
perfect.
fine.
It just is my natural vocabulary.
No,
fine.
and the thing about it is though, the problem is she can't swallow, so she wasn't able to take pills. So you
Yeah.
can't. So in all honesty, shout out to me for being smart, which was the kitty Tylenol in the syringes to shoot through the back of her mouth because she couldn't swallow the pills. And so I was like, what's a way to getting, how do you get pain medicine down your throat? And I'm like, babies,
Liquid.
I'm like liquid fucking babies.
Liquid.
And so like we literally were using the syringe to shoot it down her mouth. And that actually is like the only, I think it was like the kind of saving grace.
It was.
Yeah.
It was my saving grace.
Cause but you should shout out who did it for you, right?
Yes. I highly recommend if you're wanting to get your tongue split, go to Rhino. He's in Cali, but he does travel a lot, so he does post dates up. He goes to any other state, basically, if you're asking. I think he does some, like, out of the country. I think I seen him saying he's going to go to California, or to Canada.
I was like,
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that
Okay,
I mean, I know California sucks, but
my brain's still processing. Okay.
I'm like, I know California sucks,
Hold
but that's
up.
still part of the U.S.
Yeah, for sure. I actually did go to California for my surgery. There's a lot of nice surgeons there, but the state itself kind of sucks.
He's highly
I wouldn't wanna live
recommended.
there.
There's only minimal artists that can actually do the split, but everybody that I know has gone through him, recommended him. So,
Well, I said, I feel, like I said, he did a good job. It was quick, like legitimately.
20 minutes.
The cutting was like 2 seconds. It took longer for the actual sewing up than it did for the actual cutting. Like he was in there, it was like slice, 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 done, ready to go, and then it was like stitching for 20 minutes.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
So how many people do you know? Because this is the first time I've seen somebody with it. So you said everybody I know. Like this is like a common
I shouldn't say
type
everybody
of...
I know. I have
People that she
four-
follows.
There's
Okay,
no.
okay.
Okay, so there's 2 girls that I actually have danced with that I've gotten done because I work for Exotica, and there's a few girls that work for Exotica that has it done.
Okay.
And I know both of them actually, in fact, went to Rhino. So
Okay.
as soon as I seen them with it, I was like, yeah, I kind of want it. I wanted it for a while, but as soon as they told me like their story and like the healing process, I was like, it's not gonna be that bad. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. $850. That's not bad.
No,
Like for a modification, $850 is not bad.
I don't do modifications, so I wouldn't know. So if you want to say that's the going rate, I believe
Well,
you.
like for like your tongue split, people will overcharge. It'll be like over $1,000 for the whole thing.
Well, that's a risky like procedure. I feel like I feel like people take that opportunity to overcharge. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, well, because here's the deal: if you're gonna do something like that, you have to. I mean, it has to be done right, and that's the thing. Like to me, if I know, I mean, it's no different than photography. I know I do a good job, so I
what
charge
you're worth.
more than the average person. So if I know I'm one of the best at doing something, I'm going to charge because, not gonna lie, especially with something like that, you ain't budget buying on that. That is not a budget buy move. Like the same goes with any kind of surgery. You don't like. I know one girl made a comment. And she goes, "Oh, there's this doctor in Miami that said he would do like implants for like $5,000," and I'm like, "Are they bags full of water? Like you don't budget buy when it comes to surgeries. Like I guarantee you, he's a friggin' hack, and you're gonna end up with some botched ass titties that are lopsided, tilted, whatever. But yeah, you only paid $5,000. Congratulations." But you got the fucking Walmart of titties, and you don't want that.
Unless it's a popular surgeon and he has like the high over. Honestly, I only paid $6,500 for mine, and he's a very reputable surgeon.
That's
in,
not bad.
That's actually a really good price.
Damn,
in
that's
Beverly
not bad.
Hills.
Way
You know what?
to shoot down my entire fucking argument. I appreciate
I'm
you.
sorry, just in
Fuck
her
you. Leave my
defense.
goddamn studio. We're done. Like you made me look like an asshole. I appreciate it. No, it took you what? 13 minutes to make me look like an asshole. I appreciate that.
I'm pretty good at that.
I obviously, I thought we were friends. Not so much no more.
We definitely
No,
are.
it's
But I'll
cool.
check you if you're in the wrong.
I
I'm
got
not
you.
the friend that's going to tell you everything you want to hear.
There we go. Womp, 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 womp. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's
I
the
wanted to
shit.
hear it. Made it sound legit.
Yeah, well, the problem.
You can't hear it through the, you gotta hear.
You know what I probably should. You know what I'll do is I'll get a speaker so that when I play my sound effects, you guys can hear it. Because I don't want you guys like it does have headphones, but I don't want you guys having headphones on the whole time because it messes up your hair and it is what it is. I just think it takes away from the aesthetic. But I'll get a little speaker so if I want to play my little sound effects, we can. But you'll see it in the final run. It'll be there. Anyway, so let's go on next topic. Okay, so we got body modifications. It was fun. Split tongues, bigger titties. We all good. We like both. We like both, and we enjoy both, and they both look great on you guys.
Thank you.
See,
Better know it.
I'm not mean all the goddamn
Better
time.
know
Okay.
Small percentage.
First off, I mean, anybody who knows me. I'm an asshole. I absolutely admit to it.
100%.
I 100% harness my assholeness. I do talk shit a lot. That's just who I am. That's how I roll.
What's your love language?
This makes me happy language. I just like talking shit. I enjoy talking shit. But anyways, We'll talk about some more about some club stuff. So I know obviously I always ask all dancers like, what's your biggest pet peeve in the club? Whether it be custom, so I'm gonna give this to you. Whether it be club, dancer, or customer, one thing that makes you mad in the club.
Ooh.
I should have. I know what you're gonna say. So
Lotion. I hate fucking bitches coming in there wearing goddamn lotion because one of these times I'm gonna break my neck on stage. Can't handle that. Nope.
You're a pole princess.
I know. No, I hate that shit. I literally, the one time I did this one trick and I will legit like throw my body around the pole. And whenever I went on stage, I was the first girl on stage and the pole hadn't been clean and the stage hadn't been clean. I went to do it and I felt my hand slip and I'm at the top of the pole. If I would have slipped, I would have broke something immediately. And it doesn't matter how many times I tell the house mom will legit put out lotion.
Yeah.
For girls.
That's why I feel like every club should have like the sanitary, like the spray and the cloths. I worked at a club when I was...
but like aesthetically, like to me, because I've been in the club plenty of times. Mm-hmm. Yes, I get it. It's like it happens. It's normal. Girls are going to sit there and clean the pole. I just don't think that I should have to clean the pole every single time I go up on stage. Like a guy's not really trying to sit there and sit by the stage and see me clean the pole. Like they want me to see something other than me cleaning the pole, right?
I'll give you the credit. I understand what you're saying, and I absolutely agree with you. But when it comes to you slipping off and breaking your neck, I don't give a shit if that guy doesn't want to see me clean the pole. Clean the goddamn pole.
But sometimes it doesn't even matter if I clean the pole. Okay. It'll still be slippery.
No, I want that.
Even the ground of the stage is gonna be slippery, and I'm not gonna get it on my hands and knees with a rag and alcohol and wipe the floor and the pole.
Well,
that's already too much time.
In my defense, I'm not on the pole often, so I'm gonna go ahead and just believe that's what's going on. So yeah, I'll give you that.
Well, yeah, because I'm not gonna climb the whole way to the top of the pole, wipe it down, come down, and then wash the stage. Like
makes sense.
I don't know how the girls could actually climb that shit with lotion.
Well, I said,
you gotta be like a real pro.
I don't know. I can feel it. All I know is I can feel it whenever I get up there and it's slippery.
The grip.
Okay, yeah, so on you, what's your pet peeve?
Oh gosh, there's so many.
just pick one. What is your number one? So let's go. Like we can either go club, dancers, or customers.
Okay, let's go with customers.
Okay.
So I really don't like. So they know you're there to make money. I don't like when they sit there and they'll talk to you for probably 20 minutes and no intention of spending money, buying a drink. You know, sometimes it works out in your favor because they want to get to know you. They don't want you to just go up and aggressively ask for a dance or something like that. Sometimes it does, but when it doesn't, it's very irritating, wasting your time and energy. Time is money.
Well, I mean, I get, obviously we'll throw it out in percentage. I'll say 60% of the guys that are in most clubs are there to look. They pay their cover, they buy their drink.
Yeah, but I don't give a fuck. I know what I'm there for. And they know what they're for.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I absolutely agree with you. Like, right. If you're going to go to a club, I won't even go to a club especially even if I have friends that are working there. I don't go to a club with at least $200 to throw, even if I have no intention of getting any dances. But I'll at least bring $200 to throw to make sure that I take care of my friends. Give them something because they're doing their job. Mm-hmm. That's at least something to contribute to. But no, there are a lot of guys that do walk into the club and it's like they pay their cover and they buy their drink and then they broke. Like I tell girls all the time, know your worth. Same concept as a photographer. Again, my prices are high because it doesn't matter what industry you're in. I don't care if you're a dancer, a photographer, porn, whatever. Know your worth. And if you lower your price, you find yourself with budget buyers. Budget buyers pay for your price, not for your quality. So let's say, you're at a club and a dance is $20. Mm-hmm. If you go around and you sell it for $20 and you decide, you know what, I'm a bad bitch, I'm a $40 bitch. and I'm gonna go $40. The other guy is gonna be like, you can be the hottest girl in there, and be like, no, I can't afford that. And then Snuffleupagus comes around with freaking one peg leg and overweight, titties fucking lopsided, and goes, $20, you want to dance? He'd be like, yeah, let's go, because he can afford that. So like he's willing to buy for the price, not for the product. Were you worth more for $20, an extra $20? Absolutely. But they don't care. Budget buyers want the lowest price, and they don't give a shit. The same thing goes for photography. They're guys, they go, people ask, how much you charge? And I'm like, yeah, this is what I charge. And they're like, fuck that. And they go find the $50 guy. Go ahead. Enjoy that. I hope those photos turn out good. But when you're mad that you look like you got freaking photos from an iPhone, that's on you. Mm-hmm. But that's all they give a shit about. Big money clients, the guy that walks in with 10 grand in his pocket, if you say I'm a $40 girl, $60 girl, $80 girl, if he likes you, he doesn't care what your price is. He just wants you. You're his look. He's down to spend money. He came in knowing I'm gonna drop like 5 G's a night. I might go through it faster on you than the budget buy, but I'm okay with that because I'm getting the girl that I want the whole time.
Absolutely.
And that's the mentality. Like, you have to know your worth, stand by your prices, because the lower you make it, the shittier customers you're going to get. I knew one girl I used to thought was a great idea. She all the time would walk around and she would tell guys all the time, 3 dance minimum. 3 dance minimum. And you know what? Guys would say no, but guess what? It made her move on to the next group faster. And then she got to the guy who was like, oh yeah, 3 dances? Let's go do that. So she made her 3 dances. And then now every time she got up to walk to the back, she was always getting 3 dances. It might take her a little bit longer, but by the time it would have took, though, if you have 5 guys in a row that all did 1 dance, it took you 15 minutes of talking him into it. It took you, blah, 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 the time to walk to the back, get the dance, come back down, say goodbye in a nice way, and then move on. And you can't go to the table next to him. You got to walk to the table on the other side because you can't go, you can't just immediately jump on the next guy, whatever. That's just how it goes. You've wasted so much time. So if she gets 2 customers to say yes, she's already beat you out for the 5 customers that you got to say yes because it took you way more time, and time is money. So now you've lost money because you undervalued yourself. So if you're a good looking dancer, I get when, you have the girl who's, my favorite phase, like the B teamer, C teamer, D teamer, that are willing to do stuff for the, low bearing price and willing to do the 1 dance because that's all they're going to get for the night. I get that. But if you feel like you're one of the better girls and you have the better look, know your value, charge more, get more, and and really capitalize on your look.
And people are willing to pay that, but
I mean, and you got titties to pay for. So I mean, like, I know you finance that shit. Go ahead, let's get that shit paid for.
False.
False?
It's $6,500.
I'm sorry, baller.
She didn't finance shit. She dropped a couple bands on that shit.
She's like, I paid cash. They were ones, but I paid cash. It was good. She goes, I came in with a double bag like a fucking drug cartel. Threw that shit on there. Yeah, you can count it, but it's all there. It's $6,500.
No questions asked.
It's just seagulls.
They don't care. They don't care. As long as they're getting their money, especially when it comes to anything like that, they're like, I don't give a fuck. Pay cash, card, credit card, whatever, bank statement, PayPal, something.
What did you say?
I said Klarna. Or wait, is that the payment plan?
Yeah, you know what? I just saw that on Airbnb, and I tried to use it because it was like, oh, no interest if you pay like 4 payments. And I'm like, okay, cool, because that way it hits my, because I always put everything in my credit card for my points. I'm like, oh, it'll hit multiple credit card cycles. Let's do that. And it goes, your bank rejected this twice. And I was like, I guess I can't do that, so I just paid it in full. But yeah, I just learned what that was the other day. Like, I'm not going to take a payment plan if it's going to cost me more, but I'll take a payment plan. If you're not going to charge me any interest, yeah, I'll pay my payments. Like, I ain't, because they bet that you buy something you can't afford, and then you are screwed because you miss a payment, and they jack up your interest, and then they get you on the back end because now it said 0 interest if you make the payments on time. As soon as you don't make a payment on time,
you get fucked.
They get like a third of the money, and they jack you on it because they're counting on the people that can't afford it. And it's like, no, I can afford it. I just like to hit different cycles because it's just makes my credit
Yeah,
better.
not me, because I know I'm not going to pay that shit if I do it in payments.
Same, I'll forget or
I'm going to
something.
forget.
Do you do OF or no?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. I feel like that's something like you need a lot of marketing for that I just don't have
I would suggest
the
for
knowledge
you,
or
for you specifically, loyal fans or Fansly. If you're not trying to do the marketing, they have a discover page on their platform. It makes it easier for people to find you. OF specifically, you have to market for. Like, there
Yeah.
is no ifs, ands, buts about it. Nobody can discover you without knowing your name. Unless you do, like, OF TV. But then you're on the discover page. But
yeah.
Well,
That's
and OFTV is rough because you're not promised a promo. I actually do a lot of OFTV episodes for girls. And the thing about it is they're paying every month and they're hoping it's a lottery ticket because they're paying me every single month for multiple episodes. And if one gets a promo, boom, they made all their money back and then some. Like I said, it's an influx of users. But if they don't get a promo, they're just dropping money every single week. So it's a little rough. So I mean, it's a back and forth. But yes, like you said, loyal fans. I actually know some people over there. They do a good job. But like she said, like they have an Explorer page, so you can find the random person to find you. Versus OnlyFans, if they don't know you, if they're not following your Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Like OnlyFans is 100% you marketing yourself.
Exactly.
Where those two at least try to help you a little bit. Even like Tex Panther is another good one. They have an Explorer page and you can post, and so you can get randoms and be like, "Ooh, she's hot! Boom! Let me follow her, and maybe I'll talk to her and things like that." So
Yeah.
it is. I was curious because I wasn't sure if you did or not.
And then I know like girls that have failed miserably on OnlyFans because they just don't know how to, work.
Well-
I'm like one of those people that doesn't know how.
So many girls go into because of the stories, and you see the stuff on Twitter and how they market. You see the stories and they go, "Oh, I'm hot, so I'll make a lot of money." No, there's a lot of hot girls out there, and they're all up there. What's the difference between you and them? And so the difference is your personality. If you can sell your personality and know how to market yourself, yes, guys are gonna gravitate towards you. But if you just think being hot and posting up like once a day is going to give it to you, not gonna happen.
It's a huge platform.
Yeah, like
so
you-
it's a lot of competition.
You have to put in the
sure.
work. It's a job. You have to put in the work, and you really do have to, like I said, you have to show why you're different than the average girl. And most of the time, it's your it's your personality. Because some guys will gravitate to your personality, and they fall in love, and they will spend all their money on you because they like, oh my god, this girl. It's to me, my favorite phrase is OnlyFans is the online stripper experience. They still want to feel like they want to feel that if I spend enough money on you, I do have the chance to fuck you. And that's the second thing they're doing at the club. If I spend enough money on you and we talk long enough, you're going to like me and you may or may not fuck me outside the club someday. That's the mentality. That's the dream. And that's exactly what that is going on. I lost the background because of you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got distracted.
I know. Can't touch the phone. You should be touching the phone. Goddamn it! Got middle of the thing.
I got my on my again.
I would go. I'm gonna say no. Pennsylvania, but you got man over there, man. Just stop doing that, man. I'm gonna give you the boom hammer.
I
Goddamn it,
swear.
man! Don't make me know I'm not gonna fucking phone over there.
Oh, so you have got down with the redneck.
Who is not seeing King of the Hill?
You been down with it.
I was getting the boom hammer. Don't let me know that, man.
Shut up.
All right.
I swear, we're the only state that thinks that we don't have an accent.
Yeah. Well, we all can
You
say
can hear
we
it.
all.
You can hear it. I sound like I'm chewing on quarters sometimes.
You're
It's
right,
okay.
because we all can say pull and you can't.
You.
Pull?
Pull. Yes.
Pull. Pull.
Pull.
Pull.
Pull?
Try. Listen to her say it one more time.
It's pull. Right? It's pull.
I heard the pull.
I hear pole. Like I dance on a pole. We're saying pool as you swim in a
we're saying
pool.
pool. Okay, we are saying
Pool.
pool.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
It's
No, we
pull.
are saying pool.
Okay, okay.
She is saying
Yeah,
pull.
yeah.
That is the point of the goddamn conversation. That is 100%. That is my point. You didn't know because she can't say it. That's exactly Thank you. I appreciate it. Now you proved my point. Like that's the whole point. Is she can't say.
Stop.
Hey,
Cool.
she's a Southern Belle. Not too much hate. I am too.
Pennsylvania is not in the South. So
It's
I'm not
not.
sure where you went. I'm not sure about your geography.
We sound Southern. We are not Southern at all. We sound like we're just chewing
Hey,
quarters.
we in the North, but we still stupid like the South. Okay, don't be hating on us.
That's why I say Pennsylvania is like West Virginia.
We still got plenty of trailer parks up here. We good.
We got trailer park trash everywhere out in Pennsylvania.
We're not that
Better best
sophisticated.
believe. Represent.
Oh.
Started from the bottom, now I'm here.
All right. Next subject, because we're not making fun of the Pennsylvania hillbillies.
Yeah, that's right. You better respect them.
Respect.
Give them respect.
Okay, Moonpower. Anyways.
Yeah, bitch. Can't with you.
Anyways, so another one of my
Yeah,
my
you
favorite.
can't even. You can. Yeah, look at you go. Look at you fucking go.
Don't hate. Shut up. Anyways,
right.
So because I'm directing most of my questions at you because she was here yesterday, and I don't want to
Okay.
I don't want to reiterate any of the questions I had yesterday. So most embarrassing story about you in a VIP room.
In a VIP room?
Yeah. So whether it be like, I know, so I know a dancer personally that literally she gets him in the VIP room and she literally has games in her locker. She will pay Candyland, Twister, and do whatever to run out the clock for the hour. Like she plays that
That's
game.
Genius. Actually.
I'm gonna do that. Matter
Yeah.
of fact, I'm just gonna start doing that.
Like that's her move. She gets him in the room and then she starts playing games with him so she doesn't have to do anything.
Okay.
It's a move for
Love
sure.
her. Who
But-
is it? Love her.
I can't say.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not gonna say
No,
names.
but later,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Um,
Who is it? As a matter of fact, I'm trying to get in the same room with her. We can play games all night.
So-
Nick and Twister, what?
I generally try to stay away from the VIP rooms because since I've been a dancer, I've been working at like the same club pretty much. I mean, besides like you met me at.
Yeah,
like,
no,
a couple of other ones.
I've literally saw you at 2 other clubs before your current club. So you've worked at other clubs.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
so-
but the ones
Okay, so currently so you just in general you stay away from the VIP. What? Why?
because it's a scam. Okay, so it's $30 per song. You do a 30-minute room. They're still taking a very big percentage out of that room. So it's easier just to do 10 dances. If you're not doing extras, I don't judge any girl that like wants to do that. They're usually doing something strange for a piece of change in those
Yeah.
VIP rooms, you know?
First, stop. Stop.
Something straight for a piece of change. That's a fucking line. I'm a fucking
I was about to say that is. I'm sorry right now. That's my next T-shirt. Something strange for a piece of change. Clock it. Put it on there. I'm putting on a T-shirt.
You like that one?
No, I've never heard that in my life. I've never heard that in my life. But that is the best phrase I've ever heard. She's doing something strange for a piece of change.
Yeah.
Wow. I fucking love that. If there's nothing that comes out of this podcast today, that is going to be my favorite line of all time. I've never heard that
Thank you.
phrase, but that is fucking spot on.
Thank you.
Wow. Some strange for a piece of change. That's a new motto. Like I don't know. Like that's I don't even know how to react. That was awesome. That was the best phrase I've ever heard come out of somebody's mouth. Oh, that's okay. Anyway.
I mean, usually it's become like so normal, like where I'm at. I remember one time, like, I'm not completely innocent. I don't do extras, but I remember one time I was with one other dancer and this couple. And I remember she was like fake going down on me. And the waitress walks in, and I was like shocked because this is like one of my first times at this club, you know? I was shocked, and I was like trying to back away. This girl lifts her head up and looks at the waitress. She's like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" She's like, "Oh, hi, sweetie." She's like, "I was just checking to see if you guys need anything." So she's looking at it like this is completely normal day for them.
Of course.
She's like all in there, and she goes, "Hey, what's up? Yeah, can I get 2 more shots of Jack? Okay, cool, awesome. Snorkel."
It's like I am out of the loop.
Let me get back to it. Been there, done that.
I can't talk long. I don't want her to lose the mood. I'm getting some work done. I'm gonna,
Literally. Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
That is okay. I'll give you that. Snorkel diving. All right.
Snorkel diving, yes. Happens.
No, she just turns around. She looks up. She's like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" She's like, "How are you, sweetie? I was just checking in on you guys."
She's like, "How are you, sweetie? Hey, baby, you got something inside your mouth. Just wipe that shit off a little bit, and then you go ahead, do you, boo. You good." Oh, that's a little too much.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Now, so how long have you been dancing?
About 3 years.
3 years. What are you at?
About to hit my 5.
Okay, so 3, 5. So you guys have been both doing it for a good amount of time.
I was a server at a strip club for about a year and a half before I started dancing. So
You
before I
realize
switched to the dark side.
you're like, yeah, the ceiling's way bigger on that side of the table.
Yes, yes.
Strip club, unfortunately, was my first job. I'm going to say it right now. That was my first job ever.
Really?
I didn't work a normal job. I never worked a normal job. My strip club was the first job I ever worked.
Really?
As soon as I turned 18, I was in there. I was still in high school. Still in high school working in a strip club. Yes. And I graduated. It's not like I dropped or anything. I graduated, but I graduated
Some of
being
those-
a stripper.
And you were making more money than everybody else.
I was.
So, fuck it.
I was making 10 times more money.
The-
I was like, I'm balling, bitch.
The senior boys couldn't afford to see her, but their dads could.
They would, and they did, because they worked at a small town strip club in Pennsylvania, and the closest club to me was an hour away. So that's where all of everybody went in my hometown. They went to that strip club. I can't tell you how many times dudes that I went to school with, their parents would come in and come see me and spend money on me.
Oh my
They would be
God.
like, "You look so familiar. Where are you from? Like, how do I know you? How do I know
Bye.
you? How do I know you?"
She's like, I had a sleepover at your house last week.
Down yonder.
I'm friends with I'm friends with your daughter, and you had me sleep over last week, and yeah, no, I saw your husband eyeing me. We good? No, I won't tell anybody.
Real.
That's rough.
Real.
Having your friends' parents spend money on you. That's a moment.
Yes.
See, I come from a town of 5,000 too, so I'd be so petrified if I seen anybody I knew.
It happened. I just had to deal with it. I just had to deal
She
with
said it happened.
Even guys that I went to school with, I, not gonna lie, got bullied all throughout school. But there would be guys that sat there and bullied me over some dumb bullshit, over drama. They would come in, and as soon as they see me in the club, they recognize me off the jump, off from the start. And then they'd spend money on me, and I'm like, yeah, but I was a whore then, but you loving this whore now.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, and that's the mentality though. It's like let's mindset of the average teenage guy. I can give you at least some insight on this. It's one of those things where it goes into the guys punching girls and pulling hair and blah blah blah. They don't know how to get you to like them. They just want your attention, and any attention is good. So they're bullying you and blah blah blah. But as soon as the thought goes, oh, this girl's down to fuck. Yeah, so we're really cool. You're awesome.
Yes.
We should hang out sometime. Let's be friends.
And then as soon as the thought goes away, they're back on your bad side.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, okay, so that's one of those things I absolutely think is the craziest shit. And I'm sure you get this, and I guarantee you, I know you've got this at some point. But you get those fucking crazy guys on Instagram or whatever that do the high. Fuck you, you fucking dumb slut. I didn't want to fuck you anyways, you fucking dirty ass whore. It's like, yeah, if I would have said yes once in the last 100 messages, you would have been on my fucking shit. But because you finally realize that it's not going to happen, it's the mentality that I turned you down before you turned me down. Even though technically you not answering to my 100 messages is you turning me down, I vocalized it first. Therefore, I win and you didn't turn me down. Which is the craziest shit. I don't know the mental gymnastics you have to do to feel like that happened, but they do it. And it happens a lot. I have so many girls I work with that have that same scenario happen constantly. Have you had that happen?
Many times.
Yeah.
Many times. Honestly, I do it for like pure entertainment. It's like you don't gotta hate from outside the pussy because you can't get in. Like,
True.
literally, they'll like.
She's on the phrases today. Don't hate outside the pussy because you can't get in the pussy. No.
I mean, it's facts. Like,
I-
they'll hit you up 100 times and then be like, all right, you were an ugly bitch anyway. But that's why you were in my inbox for 3 years straight.
Yeah.
Trying. You were waiting for me to say yes. And then when yes finally decided, again, it's 100%, it is a mental thing where they think by rejecting you, they're gaining their power back. It's like, oh, I turned her down. It's like, nah, bitch, you didn't have enough game to get her to fucking talk to you, let alone actually like get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but I feel now on the club side though, I feel like you get a lot of guys in the club like that too. Like there's guys
shit.
that literally have zero money, and they like when a girl comes up, they're like, nah, I'm good, you're ugly. Like they'll say degrading shit specifically because they know if you were in a real life situation, if they bet you at a bar and went to go buy you a drink, you'd probably say no. So they feel when they come into the club that you have to be nice to them. It's like, oh, see, you want me now, right, bitch? But no, I'm too good for you. It's like, dude, outside of here, I wouldn't talk to you. I just want the money in your wallet. And after I get the money in your wallet, I'm going to walk the fuck away. I'm going to talk to your best friend, too, because I don't give a shit. I'll take all your money and all your friends' money because it doesn't matter.
I mean, the men that are rejected the most, it boosts their own ego when they come in and they want to be able to treat women like shit. Yeah. But no matter, like, what the job is, like, a strip club is not the place to disrespect women. I don't really care what anybody's debate is on that, but...
No, I agree. I mean, here's the deal. Any job's a job. And the bottom line is, you know what you're getting. You know why you went to a strip club. Mm-hmm. You went to go see tits and ass. You want, you know, most guys that understand, it's like, they want the fantasy. They want the idea of a hot girl giving them attention with them not having to try. Because if they go to a bar, most of the time they're gonna get shot down, and especially and I'm not gonna try to be mean, but like in today's society, it's even worse because you see other podcasts and you see this other stuff where all these fucking like B team, C team, D team girls that think that they're a fucking 10, and it's like, bitch, you ugly as fuck. You're barely a 5, but you still think you're gonna get a guy with a $100K fucking job and is gonna treat you like a princess and gonna buy you this and buy you that, and you literally bring nothing to the table, bitch. You don't even bring looks to the table. Like, not only that, but you think that you're like they have this mentality like, bitch, you twisted. Like, that's not how the world works anymore. Like, you are a fucking D-teamer. At best, you can talk yourself up. I know they literally just made this comment about so obviously Ozempic is big with the shots and, you know, people losing weight with GLPs and all that kind of stuff. But Lizzo, like, you know, she was big body, fucking positive. Oh, I'm fat. I love it. I'm fucking, you know, I love the way I look. Bitch got on that shot, started losing weight, and she's like, look at me lose all this weight. It's like, no. It's only it's body positivity when you had to work for it. When you can do a shot and lose the weight. So the only reason you didn't lose weight wasn't because you didn't want to lose weight, is just because losing weight actually took effort. So when it took effort, that's the problem. When it's a shot and it just comes to you, it's all good. Let's get skinny. So now that you can get skinny with a shot, let's get skinny. When you had to actually fucking work for it, eat well and do this and do that, when you do this and do that, that's where the problem comes in. So effort, not happening. Actual fucking, when it's easy, we're done. Like, we're all good. Not a big deal. And that's crazy.
And I think that's why I dislike the Kardashians so much. They set unrealistic beauty standards, but they pay for the surgeries. They pay for everything that same with Lizzo, but like
Okay,
there's
let's just talk about Khloe Kardashian. Let's be honest. Like that bitch went from fucking troll to all of a sudden hot.
Yes.
Bitch, you didn't go to the gym and all of a sudden turn hot. No, you fucking cut your face up, you cut your titties up, you got
paid
lipo.
for it.
You
Paid
literally
for
bought
it.
you are literally buy me out of the box fucking body.
which is
And
fine
now
either
you're a bad
way,
bitch.
but
That's
don't
fine.
put on a
but
front.
don't sit here and say
Right.
I'm hot because I worked for it. I'm hot because of genetics. No, you hot because you had a lot of money because your sister took some dick.
But like, I mean, at least she's open about like her body work. There's some girls I work with that legit will be like, no, I have never got body work done ever, and they have. Like, girl, why you lying about it to begin with? Like, bitch, I know, she knows, we know. Like, you got body work done. Why you lying?
which is crazy because I feel
Why
like
you
nowadays
lying?
it's more popular to have like something done than to not have any body
Exactly.
modifications.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing though. It's like, and that's in all honesty, that's why when I see girls that look good naturally, I fight them on it all the time. I'm always like, dude, I'm like, stay. Like, you are a unicorn. You look good out of the box. You were blessed with some genetics. Yeah, you don't have fucking double D's, but you have fucking some C's that are perfect. They sit well. Like, keep them because no surgeon will ever give you a pair of titties that look like that. Absolutely not. And keep them. Like, why you are a unique thing because there are always going to be some guys that are coming to club and they see you and they're like, take all my money. Because, like, again, there's a lot of bad boob jobs. Yes, congratulations, you got double D, but they're hard as rocks. They look like softballs, and they're not even fun to fucking play with. So what's the point? I had one girl, and this is long years ago. I'm old. And kid you not, her implants, when you felt the side of the outside of them, you can feel like there was like a rib on the fucking bag. And you can feel the bag through it. I was like,
no.
you got ripped off. I'm like, I lie, like you got ripped off. I don't know what budget buy fucking doctor you went to, but you got fucked. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't give a shit if this was $2,000. You got taken because you literally got the Walmart bag of fucking titties. No, not gonna happen. So, and I said that there's a lot of them that are bad out there, and that's why I just so bad. So, okay, anyways, you worked 5 years, you're 3 years. What is your plan on how long do you foresee yourself working at the clubs? Do you have a plan? Do you have an exit strategy? Like, what?
Yes, I want to get into real estate.
Okay.
So
Like,
that's
buy your
my-
own?
No, I want to get into commercial real estate. So a lot of times you need a degree for that. So I'm kind of pursuing that right now.
Okay.
And then go from there. But this isn't really a long-term game. I mean, actually, I can't really say that. I know girls that are well into their 40s. I just don't want to be that because it's already a mentally draining job as it is. And like the repetition, the nights. I've been doing it for so long.
So currently, have you been saving what you've been doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have an LLC?
I don't actually.
You gotta get on that.
I don't.
Do you have
Really?
do you have a paper trail at all? Like, do you like so let's say this. If you have a lot of money, that's fine. The problem I feel like the most answers fall into is they feel, yes, they make a lot of money, but they don't want to pay taxes on it. And because they don't want to pay taxes on it, they don't claim it all. But then they're like, oh, I got 20 grand in the bank, whatever, I'm gonna go buy a house. You walk into a bank and you go $20,000 cash and they go, where did that come from? And you can't prove where it came from, and they're like, yeah, you can't buy a house.
Right.
We can't use that money because you don't have a paper trail where that money came from.
Right.
Which is why having an LLC is so important because you got to start establishing you're bringing money, you're paying taxes, you're on a payroll, things like that. Like with her, we started her an LLC. She's on payroll, so she has a W-2. She can show her money's legit. She puts her cash in there from all her jobs, her OnlyFans, her dancer money. But that allows her to have a paper trail. So when she walks in 2 years and go buy a house, she's set because she can say, oh, I got $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in the bank. Okay. And they're like, let's see your W-2s. And then she shows them and she goes, let's see your LLC. Okay. Yeah. What do you want? How much money do you want?
So this is the first year I haven't had an actual job while being a dancer. So
I used to do the same thing.
yeah,
I used to do the same thing. I would
I
get
had
a I
the
would get a
backup.
I would get a normal job for a couple of months, get a W-2. So at the end of the year, I'm still paying taxes. So they know I'm paying taxes. They know where my money is coming from because I have a normal job,
Yeah.
right?
because the
So-
LLC you have to pay a lot.
Yeah.
No, you don't. What do you mean? What do you mean you got to pay
And you're
what?
like you have to pay a lot out in your taxes.
Well, I mean, at some point, yes. But here's the deal.
Yeah.
So if you have an LLC and you pay yourself payroll, you are paying taxes on the payroll. So you are paying partial taxes on what you're actually already doing. So at the end of the year, it's not going to be that bad
You'll
because
pay in, but you'll also get money back because
Oh,
you're
I did
paying.
not-
You're quote unquote paying yourself.
See, I never looked
So-
into it. Too
yeah.
far.
So what happens if you
So-
have an LLC, you're any so okay. So anytime you work for a business or anything like that, when I pay you, so I say I'm McDonald's and you work for McDonald's. If I pay you on payroll, I'm going to match as your business. I have to match everything that's taken out taxes wise. So if I pay you X amount and you get like $300 taken out for Medicaid, whatever, Social Security, all that kind of stuff, I'm matching that. That's going into the government. I'm taking that out, and that's why most people who don't make it over a certain amount end up getting a refund. If you have your own LLC, you're already doing that. So you're already paying the taxes on the payroll that they're paying you and the payroll that they're paying the government through the actual company. So now when you get at the end of the year, you've paid all the money that's gone into your personal account is already taxed. So now all you're left with is the money that's left in your corporate account. And your corporate account, because it's an LLC and because you're on payroll, gets taxed at a corporate rate, not at a personal rate. If you're a sole proprietor and you have all that money in a bank account, yes, you have to pay full taxes on it. That's why you're paying more.
Yeah.
So getting an LLC, putting yourself on payroll, not only stops you from getting hit at the end of the year for a big amount, but it also sets you up that the money left over is getting taxed less.
So do you write yourself just pay stubs, or how do you
So
put yourself on a payroll?
for
with-
her, we used to use an online app. Like there's ADP, there's Gusto, there's multiple things you can go through.
Okay.
And if you go through yourself a payroll and you're a single owner LLC, you're the only member, you're the only whatever, you put yourself on salary. You were saying something happened to you which caused you to start saving your money. So what happened that started you finally to think about your money?
So I got a herniated disc. I think about 2 years into me dancing. I had to take off for a year and a half. That's just because of like physical therapy and everything else, getting it to go back in. So the reason why I started saving my money is because I was down for a year. But on top of that, I should say I was in debt. So I was at the point where like I ended up getting something. So I wanted to fix my teeth, right? And I paid, and I was on a payment plan, and I had to pay $4K for it. So, and I wasn't expecting for me to get injured. Ended up getting injured, I think 3 months of me making payments, and then I had to stop. I wasn't working a normal job, couldn't work a normal job. Like I tried to work a normal job. I would come home crying every single day, so I could not make my payments and ended up being in debt. My credit is fucked because of that. Now I save my money because I'm like, you never know. You never know what's about to happen, and you can't expect that shit. And the only reason why it happened to begin with is because, quote unquote, like my doctor said, my genetics is the reason why I got injured.
do you think it's something to do with the dancing that you?
It has. It's over. He said it was overuse of the muscle on top of my genetics. The reason why it happened to begin with. So it was, like I said, it was bound to happen anyways, but I didn't account for it because I had all this money coming in. So I was like, oh, fuck this shit. Like, I'm going to make it tomorrow, so I might as well spend it today.
Exactly.
Treat myself.
And I treat yourself.
That's how I justified it. I'm like, I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna spend this money. I'm gonna get whatever I want because I deserve it.
And I feel a lot of dancers get into that mindset. Like I know so many that I work with, and the sad part is though is like you guys probably even a B team, C team dancer see more money in a year than the average freaking person.
Absolutely.
But yet they don't do anything with it. And it's like I get that it's hard because, you know, again, like we talked about earlier, it's long game. You have to always think long game. If you at 22, 24, 25 just grind for 2 years, put your money away, do it the right way, you can start building yourself lifetime wealth because you will have more money than the average person. You can start doing, you know, mutual funds, long-term savings accounts, buying property. There's so many opportunities that you can have because the average person doesn't. Because if let's be honest, on an average person, if you are single with no kids, there is absolutely no excuse. Because if you are doing, let's minimum say that you average $500 a night, which is a bullshit number because I know most girls can do way better than that. Let's say you average $500 a night. If you are working 4 days a week at $500 a night, that is $2,000 a week. That means that is $8,000 a month. Your rent, your bills, your whatever, all probably add up to maybe $3,000. What's
depending on where you're at.
Okay, but let's
city.
Okay,
for sure. Yeah.
Okay, well, stop. If you're living stop. If you're living downtown,
if you're talking about Chicago specifically,
okay,
yes.
If you're living downtown, you're an idiot. That's your own. That's your own stupidity. Again, that's living beyond your mean. If you live in a Chicago suburb and you have a okay apartment in whatever, you're looking at $1,500 to $2,000. That means all your fees together, blah blah blah. You're probably looking at let's even top it at $4,000. That means you should be at $8,000 a month. You should be saving $4,000 a month.
4K. Yeah.
What is 4,000 times 12? That means you should be putting away close to $50,000 to $60,000 a year in extra money. A down payment on a house is only like 20 grand. So if you have 50, so
I
if
don't
you
know about these days. I mean,
okay, stop.
Definitely
The interest rates are up, but there are condos and places you can buy for $180,000 to $250,000 right now. You can buy, because again, you're single. You only need a nice 1-bedroom, clean, looks good, condo, whatever. You can buy that. And if you bought that with $20,000 down, that still means you have $30,000 to save.
Not me.
And if it takes you, what?
Not me.
What do you mean, not you?
I would never buy a condo, especially in the city. Only for the simple fact I have a dog.
Okay, no.
So like, but you gotta account that shit.
Okay, if we find
average Joe, no kids, no dogs,
if
no
we
animals,
find
no
here's
nothing.
the deal. I bet you we go on Zillow right now and we can find you a $250,000 to $300,000 house somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So if you have 20, 30, let's go up and say 30,000. Let's say you have 30,000 to spend. You still have $20,000 that's sitting there. That 20,000, and again, you can't use your LLC. You can't use LLCs for 2 years for a mortgage. So that means you had 2 years. So now,
I mean, same for any really job or anything, right?
Yeah.
Job is like
you
easier.
can get a conventional loan after a year, but you still need the same amount down, right?
But let's talk about this. If you are now saving 2 years in a row, and you are averaging $4,000 a month, how much do you have in your bank now? Now it's not 40. Now it's not 40 to 50. It's 80 to 100.
96.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
So now you have $96,000. Again, the down payment for the house is only $20,000 to $30,000. Okay, what is the other money you've been sitting there doing? In year one, your first, you know what I always tell her, you have your cushion, get yourself 10 to 20,000 cushion. That's your if fuck you fund. Something happens, I need emergency. I want to have $20,000 accessible to me at all times. That's a reasonable amount of money. Great. Now you have 30,000 that's going to be sitting there all year. What do you do with that? Put it into mutual funds, put it into long-term savings account. Now that money is making money while it's sitting there and you can't use it anyways because you can't use it for a down payment of a house because it's going to take you 2 years. So now you have that. So now that money is making money. So now we said $96,000, right? Well, now the first 50,000 has been making money that whole time. So now you're actually at like 110, 120,000 because now that money's been making money the whole time. So now you go ahead and put it down a down payment, 30,000. You still have 70,000 or more that's sitting there. What do you do with it? You put it back into mutual funds and whatever. Like that's always making money. And the way the banks work is they want. So if you go into a bank tomorrow and you want to buy a house, you have no assets. You have the $20,000. You can choke for it. If they're wrong and you can't pay your mortgage and they got to foreclose on you, what do they get back? The house. They might make their money back on the house. Maybe it depends on how bad you fucked it up and all that kind of stuff. But if you have a house and assets and mutual funds and blah, 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 now you have shit for them to take. Now they want you to fucking fuck up. So the more properties you buy, the more lenient they are going to be on giving you money. You don't even have to prove your income as if you own 3 properties, you don't even have to start. You don't even have to show income because what they're thinking of, if we give her money and she can't fucking pay for it,
she could prove her income already.
We're going to take 3 of their properties and foreclose on all 3 of them and sell them. And now we're going to make way more money than we gave her. So now we want to give you all the money. That's why, like my credit card fucking balance goes up every single month. Why? Because I don't go over my limit. I don't overspend. I always pay it off. They want to keep giving me a higher limit because they want me to fuck up. They want me to screw up because they want me to have to pay extra. So they keep giving it, hoping that I spend outside my means so they can come after me and they can make actually some money on me. Same concept. If you start owning properties, oh yeah, that's why billionaires don't take out loans for shit. They just leverage what they own to what they don't own because now they want them to screw up because if they fuck up, oh, we're going to make our money and then some. But millionaires don't fuck up, and that's why they're fucking millionaires. That's the idea. Is they don't fuck up, and they have these things, but that's why they're giving the opportunities. They don't have to. They don't get the scrutiny. They don't got to go. Oh, how much you make a month? How much you do this? How much? No, they don't care because you have something for them to take. And so as you get bigger and as you progress, because here's the deal on your taxes wise, and I'm not sure if it's going to be legal to talk about. Say you start claiming less. I won't tell. After you have a couple of properties, though, if you start claiming less, they don't know, and they don't care because the banks are only when you want to go into property number 4, number 5, number 6. They're not looking at your income anymore. They are looking at your assets that we can steal to make our money back. They want you to fuck up. That's why they give you more and more and more and more and more because they want you to steal. But when you're a first timer, you don't have anything to take. You're useless to them because they might make their money back. Maybe the average American that comes in and buys their one house and that's all the money they have. That's it. They might make their money back. They might be able to recoup it. That's why they're so strict and that's why they give a shit. But if you start owning properties and you have something for them to take, they'll give you whatever you want because they want you to fuck up. And that's the mentality. They want you to screw up and people will overspend. However, people that save money that way and grow that way, they don't do that because guess what? They're smart enough to understand how the game works, which is how they got there in the first place. And the thing is, the fact that there are not hundreds of not thousands of strippers that are fucking multimillionaire fucking ballers is disgusting. Because you guys touch so much money, but so many have zero knowledge when it comes to actual fucking
investments.
Yeah.
I agree.
And that's why I really push that. That's why it's flashing cash. The part about it is money management is like every girl should be out of money management. Yeah. I will say, I'm not gonna say who, I have a friend who is a dancer / escort. The bottom line is she has one of her sugar daddies only pays her in stocks.
Yep.
That's smart.
He no. So if she goes, you owe me $2,000. She goes, hey,
It
this
depends on what stocks.
no, stop. So he's an investor, and she
Okay.
goes, this week, whatever stock you buy yourself, buy me $2,000 of the stock. And so she's been doing that for years, and so she has this monster fucking stock portfolio simply off the fact of that she makes the sugar daddy buy her stocks. And now, what he would have paid her for like $30,000 worth of fucking stocks is now worth $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 because she was smart enough to do that because she paid her bills with her other sugar daddies, or she paid her bills with her dancer money. She paid her bills with everything else. She had one guy every single time. So it's $2,000 here, $2,000 here, $2,000 there. Now that builds up and that adds up, and that adds up being her fucking, that's her retirement. She's covered. She's
me
got
one of those.
What?
Give me one of those. That's what I need.
But see, but you know what the thing about it is though,
At the internet.
but it's not even you need one of those. It's, you know what, you have the
I
ability
can do it myself for sure.
and that's
Make it easy.
But-
Make it easy.
But that's my whole point. You can because you guys make so much money, you could take $2,000 at the end of every month and invest in something that's going to make you build smarter. You can buy a stupid stock, Tesla. Anytime a stock bottoms out, so like, you know, bad press goes on, Elon Musk is the piece of shit, Tesla drops. You buy it.
Shocker.
Okay, guess what? But you buy it because guess what? He's coming back. He's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
He's never going under. Let's be honest. You know, Microsoft, Disney, whatever. Yeah, they always drop, but they always come back because why? Because they're institutions. McDonald's, Coca-Cola. Like there are institutions. Just watch the market. When you see them drop, at least a little bit, buy it because they're always going to continue to grow. There's no. It's kind of like the saying of the banks are too big to fail. There are Bank of America, Chase. During COVID, what happened? When shit went down and all of a sudden they were about to go broke, what did the government do? They bailed them out because they're too big, because it would hurt too many people to allow them to fail. They can't fail. Same goes with these big companies. They're so big. Hey, Disney ain't going to go nowhere. Yeah, Disney's lost billions of dollars because of their wokeness and all that kind of stuff. But guess what? They're not going nowhere. They're still there. They're still making Marvel movies. Everybody's gonna still want to see fucking Doomsday. So, you know, everything that's coming out, they're always going to be around. It's never a bad investment because there's no way Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Disney, even like Vegas, fucking the Wynn, the Sands, all those, you can buy all those stocks. They own. Vegas not going nowhere. They might have a hit, but guess what? Vegas ain't gonna close down.
Have you seen the strip nowadays though? I've been seeing it a lot on social
No.
media. It's like fucking empty.
It's not as
When
big
I
as it
see
used
it
to
on-
be. It's not as big as it used to
Yeah.
be.
TikTok, like
Yeah.
I was
no.
there. No, but I was there for. I mean, it also depends on again.
I've never been to Vegas, so I can't speak about it. But
How
like,
you never been to Vegas?
I've
Damn,
never.
Shawty.
Lame, fuck.
I know.
Okay.
Crazy, right?
Lame bitch.
I feel like that would be like a bad investment for me.
Why you go crazy there?
Yeah. Strip clubs and gambling, that's a bad investment
24
for me.
hours. I'm trying to put in a 24-hour shift in Vegas. Clock it.
See, it's so
Think I'm playing.
oversaturated though.
Think
I
I'm
feel
playing.
like it'd be harder to make
I want to
money.
do a 24-hour shift.
I feel like I'd have
just
better
to
luck
do
in
it.
Miami. What do you think, Miami or Vegas?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. So on the Vegas part, it depends on what club you're at. Absolutely worth it. But like I said, I have friends that work out there, and again, some make great money. One of my friends just literally posted the other day, New Year's Eve week, she made like 12 grand in 3 days.
shit.
Okay, but she did preface her video saying, "I have gone negative multiple times this month, so this is not a regular thing. So do not like believe that it's a big." But New Year's Eve in Vegas, yes. Holidays in Vegas, great. It is an oversaturated market for sure. The only problem I have with Miami is Miami. You think dirty clubs are dirty clubs? There's
Yeah.
so like I say,
Yeah.
most and I'm not sure if I'm gonna get defamed for this. I'm gonna get canceled before I even fucking start. There's so many girls in Vegas that do extras and go home and are escorts. When you meet them in the club, they're $500 to $2,000 away from going home and fucking you.
Yeah.
So because of that, though, if you don't do that, now you're out of that pool.
Because prostitution is not illegal. Like, it's legal in Vegas. Am I right?
No.
In certain parts of
No.
Vegas. No?
Okay.
No,
No.
It's just normalized.
No.
It's only normalized out there.
It's normalized, but it's not legal.
Oh,
The only
okay.
legal place in
Shit.
Vegas to do prostitution is bunny ranches. And bunny ranches are actually like an hour outside of the city.
It's a legal brothel, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, they have them. So I have some.
Wow.
Actually, friends. I've actually shot some girls actually that work at them. And
Okay.
the thing about it, the way it works is you literally have to stay there for 2 weeks straight. You're limited. You're limited on the time that you can leave, and you literally get what comes into you.
Okay.
And they're taking like 50% of your money. So like some girls but here's the deal though. Some girls will have the high roller that comes in and drops 10 grand a day. So they made $5,000 in one day. For sure. That's a great day. But then they might have 2 days, 3 days of not doing anything. Like I think the way it works is like you have X amount of time per day, and then you get like one day a week to take care of whatever you want for like 6 to 8 hours. So if you have to go back to your house, check on your cats, or or do laundry, or get your hair and nails done, you schedule during that time, then you come back and you're back to work. But like I said, the money's there, but again, it's roll of dice, and they're taking a huge ass cut because of it. Legally, prostitution in Vegas, not. Now, again, there's a lot of hookers. Believe me, I've left a lot of clubs where girls are like, let's go back to your place. Like, bitch, I know what you're doing. No, I'm good. I'm high. So that, again, it's very prevalent out there. But if the cops see if you're being too blatant, a lot of casinos will shut you down real quick. Like, here's the deal. If I'm dressed nicely and I walk into a club, and I'm at a casino and I'm playing the slots or whatever, and I have a girl dressed looking kind of like a prostitute, they're going to probably question who she is and is she staying with you, and they're gonna ask it, because normally when you have a guy with a random looking hot girl, they're gonna be like, oh yeah. Now again, if I'm with somebody who I look like we're both dressed up, we're to the nines, she's in a nice dress, and I'm in a suit or a collar shirt, whatever, they're gonna leave us alone. But if I'm in a collared shirt and she's in some like hoochie wear, they're gonna be like, hey, can we talk to you real quick?
Yeah.
Or because a lot of those girls too, though, they already know who they are. They go, oh, bitch, she's been here many, many times. We know she's a prostitute. We've kicked her out many times. We know what you're doing. Stop it. Like, they will. They'll tell you, stop it. Like, straight up. They're like, you need to go. She needs to leave. You need to leave. You need to do something. Go to your room, whatever. You can't be on casino floor. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Go to fucking Vegas. How the fuck?
What about Miami? No.
Miami's just like brothels. Like, seriously, like
For real?
No,
Okay.
not brothels. Just it's a very high number of South American girls, Colombians, Cubans, whatever. That
Oversaturated.
yes,
I've noticed.
they know in their country it's normal to them. So to come here, they're doing the same thing they were doing at home, but instead of making $100, they're making $1,000.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
What about West Palm? I heard there's good money there.
There's good money all over Florida. There's plenty of money there, but again, it's about being in the right spot. So you've never been to Vegas.
yeah.
Let's move out. So we talked about money. We've talked about the club. We talked about
Thailand.
okay. Well, we'll talk about Thailand. So yeah, so I do group trips a lot. We've done Tulum, Cancun, Thailand, Puerto Vallarta. I'm actually doing a scouting trip in a couple weeks to Puerto Rico, because Puerto Rico is another one. It's a new one, which is, I feel it's safer than Mexico, but I feel some girls have not been able to go on my trips because they don't have a passport. So Puerto Rico don't need a passport.
Okay.
So I'm gonna scout it out, but they have a lot of cool waterfalls and things like that. So I think that's gonna be a cool one to at least try out. But no, Thailand. I said I do want to do like so. I know in Thailand April is the best. So I gotta figure out timing wise if it works. But April is the best because Sokran is out there. So Sokran is the Asian New Year, and what they do is legitimately the entire country has water guns. And it's about
Yes.
washing. So it's about washing
Yes.
away your, your year and starting anew.
Give
They-
me
it
a
do-
white T-shirt. Game
Every,
over.
everybody has a white T-shirt, and everybody.
give me a
It
white
doesn't matter
t-shirt.
if you are in a bar, 7-Eleven, nothing. Everybody and their mom.
hanging.
Oh,
Yes, yes,
oh,
yes.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's cheer. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Wash our sins away.
Cheers.
Exactly.
Drink 'em away.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of washing your sins away, whew. The way it works though is that it's wash your things away. So everybody has water guns. It's one big water fight for the entire week. It's absolutely insane. It's crazy, amazing, but it's one of those things like if you ever have the experience, that's the way to experience. I love it. Like I said, I go to Patong a lot on Phuket, but like I know I shoot at a private beach. I know the owner. They're super cool. Last time I did a group shoot out there, literally, I went out there with a group of 10. We shot all day, and I told everybody, I'm like, hey, I'll start a tab, whatever you guys want, drinks, food, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We were there for like 6 hours, and I finally go at the end of the night, I'm like, hey, like, what's my tab? And they're like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, conversion? $60. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's on
not
you.
bad.
I got you. No problem. Here's an extra 20 for
Say
taking care of me.
less.
But $60 for 10 people for 5-6 hours drinking and eating, no problems. That's it's so cheap when you get there.
Damn.
That's the thing.
Damn.
I had a 4-floor, 7-bedroom Airbnb that was $250 a day.
Holy shit. Yeah, I heard it's honestly just the accommodations getting there.
No, the biggest cost is yes, your flight. After your flight, it's good. And the thing about it is the food there is phenomenal. And like even if you eat McDonald's, I lose weight every year eating McDonald's there because they do not have the preservatives in their food that
Oh,
that we have.
absolutely.
And because
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that we have in American food is not legal in other countries.
Yeah.
We have shit in our food that's so fucking bad. And other countries like, no. Did you know that you can't even sell American bread in Europe?
Really?
No, I
Yes,
didn't know that.
because American bread is not bread, and they
No,
don't.
because if you make homemade bread, it goes stale in how many days? Maybe 3, 4, 5 if you're lucky. 5 before it starts growing mold. Let alone go to another country and you're trying to sell
No, no,
American
but
bread.
no, but that's not-
American bread will stay good for
Because it's not bread. That's the
It's
thing.
not. No, I
because,
know it's not.
The reason why Europe will not sell bread is because our American bread is because fundamentally it's not bread. They don't have a fucking name for it because of the chemicals and everything that make it up. It doesn't constitute as real bread, so they cannot sell it
Yes.
because it's not bread. So like if you make bread is made out of like 3 or 4 ingredients.
Yes.
If you look at like if you go get a bag of Wonder Bread,
You
it's
can't
not,
even read what they're putting
it's
in it.
none
Yeah.
of those ingredients make bread. That's the problem.
It's not even real.
No, it's not, and that's the thing. So Europe, American bread is literally labeled as not bread, and therefore can't be sold. Like that's the thing. Is like, and I honestly, and somebody's gonna steal this on my fucking podcast, but I wanted to start a thing in America, which is selling products from other countries. So like, because here's the deal. Cheetos in other countries don't have the same ingredients. Ketchup in Canada don't have the same ingredients. Ketchup in Canada has 3 ingredients. Ketchup in America, 15, and none of them are really what they need to be. Like there's so many crazy shit that we put in our bodies in America. It's absolutely disgusting. So like when I go to fucking Thailand, I can eat like shit for days and I still lose weight because I'm not eating the shit that we put in our fucking food here in America.
That's how it
Horrible.
was when I was in actually Costa Rica. I've been there 3 times, but I was so hungry every time and I kept eating and I never gained weight, but I was never truly full.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't have any of the
The
preservatives.
bullshit. The
Yes,
bullshit that you're
yes.
used
We
to.
put
Yeah.
so much bad stuff in our fucking food. It's absolutely disgusting. I don't get how they get by it. It's absolutely horrible. But yes. But so Thailand, yes. Getting to Thailand is the expensive part. When you get there, phenomenal. Literally, Illusions, best nightclub and one of the best. I think it's listed as one of the top 10 clubs in the world. Bottle of Grey Goose, $150.
Not bad.
That's
not bad.
You go down Chicago.
Liquor
Not
store
bad.
price.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Liquor store
so-
price.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
$150 for a bottle of Grey Goose. You go downtown Chicago, they're going to charge you $900.
Yeah.
You go to Vegas, they're charging.
At a nightclub, you just specify. Oh my god.
That wasn't even close twice. Go ahead.
It's
Go
all
ahead.
right. It's all right.
Hold on, one more time.
Something like
Specify.
No,
Oh my god.
specify.
Okay.
Specify. Yes.
I stop.
Brain.
I couldn't
brain,
tell.
Brain
Stop.
needs to fucking.
So,
brain needs
I
to
wasn't
work.
sure. I was
brain
confused.
needs to work right now.
I was
Fuck you.
confused between specifically
Oh,
and
yes.
specify.
Yeah,
I
was
couldn't.
too.
I couldn't.
Hey, I was just
I
letting
couldn't-
him in though.
You
I
couldn't
couldn't
even say
have
that shit for a second. So, fuck you. Anyways,
I didn't know what lane we were going down. Specify. Okay, go ahead.
Specify.
That's what we're going for. Okay, we're going with specify. All right, go ahead. Specify all you want. Let's go. Fail.
you should be saying that.
Hold
Fail.
on. Where's that?
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Anyways, you should say that club like city wise versus anywhere else in the world because city wise is 10 times more expensive. You already know.
Well,
that.
I tell people all the time. What I spend in
They
Thailand
fuck you.
in 2 weeks is what I could spend in Vegas in like 15 minutes. I can get the baddest Key Resort, which is downtown Bangalore. It's on Bangalore Road, which is the main strip. I can stay there. I can get the water suite where my fucking back room opens up into the pool. I can stay there all for the 2 weeks. I can get bottles nightly. I can go drink like a fucking fish daily. And I can literally do that for 2 weeks straight and maybe spend $5,000. Maybe spend $5,000. I can go to Vegas tomorrow, get a hotel room for a night, go to, Marquee or something, and be down $5,000 and be done with it. 2 bottles, I'm over. Like I'm $5,000 in and I'm done. Like it is absolutely insane. So no, I will absolutely go to Thailand over Vegas any day of the week. Absolutely not. You know what? I won't even do Vegas over fucking Nashville. I will do Nashville before I do fucking Vegas.
Yep.
When it comes down to it, Nashville
Yep.
is one of the. Have you ever been to Nashville?
I haven't been to Nashville.
Have you ever been to Nashville?
No.
Okay, so hands down, one of the coolest. So obviously everything's country or rock, but like literally, it is 3 blocks of bars with multiple floors. Every floor has a band. All the bands are great, especially when you go to the weekends. And it's just a vibe. And the thing about it is that you can watch. Like I was out there with my brother one day, and I was on a rooftop. And I'm like, look down here. I'm like, look at what's going on right now. It doesn't matter if you're in jean shorts, a suit, or whatever. You're young, you're old. Everybody's down here just to party. They don't discriminate to that. Like you want to come into the bar, you could be bar. You could be dressed in now. You can have Balenciaga fucking chains rolling down. You good. If you want to come in there with fucking cargo pants and a t-shirt, you good. You can have sandals on. You can have dress shoes on. They don't care.
I feel like Nashville is the new Vegas, and I feel like that's
Because-
a new Bachelorette.
Well,
Like,
it 100% is the bachelorette capital of the world now.
absolutely.
But it is 100% just because they don't care. Everybody's there just to have a good night. So it doesn't matter what kind of night you're trying to have. It's okay. Go ahead, do that. They don't give a shit. They want you to go ahead and do that. They want you to have fun. They want you to enjoy yourself. And that's the thing. That's why hands down hands down Nashville, best place in the U.S. for me to go drink and party. I love Vegas. I love Nashville. Vegas. The problem with Vegas,
Make up your mind.
Yes, the problem with Vegas though is legitimately like you want to leave one club to go to another club. You got to walk through a casino. You got to do this. You got to do that. It is an excursion to get to one club to another.
Yeah.
Where Nashville, I walk out of a bar, I'm at my next bar in 30 seconds or less. I can go to the bar on the opposite side of the strip, and I'm there in 15 minutes. We're good. Like I'm good. I can drink where I want, when I want, how I want, and have a great time. Vegas, I gotta leave. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta get a car. I gotta drive. I gotta do. No, that's not cool. It ruins your vibe. It ruins your fucking. It ruins your buzz. It's not. No, Nashville over Vegas any day of the week, hands down. Not quite. Whatever. But Thailand over Nashville or Vegas, hands down, no doubt.
Okay, you said Cancun earlier. What about how has that been?
So
Because I've never been, but I feel like that's a really popular place lately. I've been hearing a lot of
so
people.
Cancun's great. The
Okay.
only problem with Cancun is obviously it's not the safest place to be. Yeah, especially if you're a girl and you don't, if like I said,
Yeah.
like if you don't have guys with you,
Solo traveler, no.
I would
If-
not go
You
by
would
myself. I
not.
don't
No,
feel
no,
safe
but-
anywhere,
Solo
but-
travel-
but here's the deal.
No.
Even as a multi-girl traveler, no, it's not a safe place to be. Shit happens. You know, there's scammers. There's things going on. Good example, and I'm gonna tell you right now. So I've done trips down there multiple times. I have a friend who owns a business
Okay.
in Cancun. She had two girls that worked for her from a different country, like down like southern South America. Those two girls, they go, hey, why don't you go out and do some marketing? They went on the beach. They go do some marketing. They were lippy. They had a little mouth on them. They got in an altercation with a dude, and the dude was like, like, don't be like that, whatever. And they got lippy. Oh, I know this. I know this. I know this. Blah blah. Cartel. And the guy's like, okay, whatever. So girls came back to work. Whatever. And that happened. Girls stopped showing up to work. And a week later, or sorry, not the girls didn't stop going to work. A week later, after the altercation, dudes with guns came in to the actual business, told the owner, and was like, "If you don't fire these two girls, we're going to kill you." And they
Okay.
said, "Okay, done.
It's
No,
extreme.
say less.
Yeah.
Say less. Say less. We good."
Okay.
Okay, they fired the girls because the girls were, obviously had a reference on where they worked. A month later, they got a phone call from the landlord, and the landlord is, "Hey, have you seen these two girls? All their stuff is still here. They disappeared." What do you think happened?
Yeah, you can put two and two
So,
together. Yeah,
and that's the thing
you
is,
can put two
so
and two together.
what happened? Yeah, they're gone. Whatever. That's Mexico. That's the thing.
Yep,
You
don't
can't
play.
you can't fuck around with that shit. You don't.
They
you,
don't play
you
with
watch
that
you
shit.
watch who you
No.
talk to, how you talk, blah blah blah. I'm on my best behavior in Mexico. That's why I want to do Puerto Rico. Is because Puerto Rico at least is a United States. It's a
United States
territory. It's a territory. I still have my rights. I still have a constitution. I still have, I can get back to America if I need to. Like, no, I don't. Other countries, I don't trust them. Not gonna lie. Shit happens, and that's why I love Thailand so much. I've literally,
Well, you also work with tons of women, so therefore you have to be cautious for that shit. If it was just you, it'd be just you. But you have women coming with you for your events.
I've said that in Mexico for sure. Is that the problem? Is that I do work with pretty women, and because we have cameras, we have flashes. So bright lights and hot women attract attention, and sometimes it attracts the wrong attention. I said I've been to Thailand many years. I've never felt unsafe in Thailand in my life. I literally, like I said, the house I told you we had the four floor fucking house with 7 bedrooms. That was on the other side of town. Some of my buddies got drunk and walked home. They were walking through fucking back alleys, whatever. No shit's given. Why? Because it's not a dangerous country. They don't. They respect their tourists. They want to make their money off the tourists. They leave their tourists alone. There's no issues there. And like I've said, there's never been a situation. And I'm very alert on my surroundings because I do travel a lot. So I am a big guy. Like I used to work in clubs. I'm always paying attention to what's going on. I'm so big on that. I've never been in a situation in Thailand where I felt I'm like, gotta watch what's going on. I don't trust these people, whatever. I
nervous,
never
right.
felt like that ever. Even walking home by myself, Never had a problem. No joke. Thailand is a phenomenal place. Again, now Bangkok might be different because Bangkok is a major city. Batong,
city.
yeah, but Batong, Phuket, which is the island, I've never had a problem with that. Koh Samui, which is another island, no problems. Phi Phi Island, same concept. Like all the islands, no.
The Phi Phi Islands is definitely something I want to check out too. They have like a monkey island. And I want to like check out the elephants too. You could ride elephants there.
Elephant sanctuaries.
yes.
Yes. All right.
Beautiful.
Well, Thailand, if you want to go, I said we're trying to go for like Sokran.
Okay.
If you want to go, like I said, as long as I get like 4 or 5 girls that are 100% down, I'll buy all the tickets. We'll get it all done, and we'll go together. Because like I said, especially if they're coming from Chicago, I always like to travel together because I know a lot of times when girls have never traveled by themselves to other countries, they get nervous. And it's like, dude, it's really not that bad. But if you
Depends
want,
on the country too.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but also when you're
sure.
when you're on a plane,
Yeah.
when you're on a plane for 15 hours, you want to be sitting next to people you know. Because you
Somebody.
don't, that way you're
Somebody.
then you're not worried about touching and feeling and laying on and blah blah blah. Like these are my friends. Like we're good. Like not a big deal. So Thailand in April, if you want to, we'll do it.
Okay. Never been on a podcast ever. So.
I've never done a podcast ever, so
Okay.
I just
Love that for us.
I mean, the thing is like I just feel like I know a lot of unique individuals.
Yes.
And like because of my photography, I work with a lot of porn stars, like with a lot of famous people. And you know, you all got stories, you know, and same thing, like the strip clubs and all that kind of stuff. Like you guys see some shit. Like, and that's what I love about it. Same with her. Like you guys see some fucking crazy stuff. Like, and think about it, but the funny thing is, it's crazy from a normal person's perspective, but you see it on a regular. Like the guys that like they do the same lines, and that's why one of the things I always laugh about is that literally the stories I hear from my clients, especially the dancers, they're all the same story. It's literally I'm like, how many guys use that line? You know, the famous one. Oh, I'll spend money on you outside the club. I'll spend money on you outside the club.
my God.
I came to a
God.
strip club not to spend money, but if you like me enough, dude, I will spoil you outside the club. I'll buy you everything. But my thing is this, and I'm gonna use this one as well for a
Heard
clip.
that too many times.
Yes.
The-
Same.
my favorite. This is gonna be my
Broken
phrase for my
record.
clip. It's gonna be this. The phrase always is, "I'm gonna spend money outside the club." But if I take you out and I buy you dinner and I buy you this and buy you that and blah blah blah, I could drop $2,000 a night. That's great. How much of that $2,000 did you see? 0. If you spend money in the club, how much of that $2,000 do you see? Probably 1,400 of it. I can pay my bills with the
Yeah.
1,400. I can't if you bring me out to Gibson's and you take me a limo ride down here and then we go get a bottle over here and then you fly me over here. Who made money? The restaurant, the club, the airline, the hotel. At no point have I made 0 money
Yep.
to pay my
Yep.
goddamn bills. So how does that impress me in that aspect?
That's why you need a man for both, though. I'm saying,
Yeah.
honestly, I'm at the point. Yeah.
At that rate.
I wouldn't
at
deal with
that
somebody
rate,
if they didn't have something to bring to the table because at the end of the day, they're using me in the same aspect I'm using them. As superficial as that sounds, I mean,
What do you mean?
okay, so we're living in a lustful world. So if I'm dealing with a guy 9 times out of 10, like if he knows what I'm doing, he's dealing with me for my body. He's not looking for something serious.
Are you?
Yeah.
Stop.
True
do,
that.
Do you
True
feel?
that.
Stop. Just because you're
Yeah.
hot doesn't mean you can't be serious.
No, but
But a
no,
lot of times,
he
no,
might
9
assume-
times out of 10,
No,
guys are
majority of the time it is
initially
not that.
they're
It
not
is
taking
not
you
that.
seriously. So I'm gonna be using myself, I'm gonna be using them too.
Okay.
Okay,
As
they
you
need
should.
to. They need to bring
As you
something to
should.
the table too.
So
They
what-
need to
what-
have money. They need to have something that they bring to the table.
So what?
If they're using me,
Okay. So what are you bringing to the table?
Me, bitch. That's why.
She's like,
It's me.
I'm bringing
I'm
my
bringing
2
me.
new titties. That's what I got. Number
in
one,
general,
number two,
yes.
$6,500.
Yeah.
I'm bringing
They're-
$6,500 to the
Yes.
table.
They're using me.
automatically. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. I would be doing
she
the
completely
same
doesn't-
goddamn thing. I have no tits. Actually, no tits. But I feel the same way. I didn't pay for nothing. I didn't pay for this shit. No. But I already feel like I'm already
12-year-old
I'm
boys don't
already-
pay for your shit. Okay.
I'm already offering so much more to the table. My personality alone, you're paying for that shit. For sure. I ain't doing it for free.
Okay.
No.
What happens if he's really charming or he's really good looking? What are you
No.
bringing to the table?
No, ain't shit. It's all me.
No? Okay.
Well, you have guys that'll pay you for your time, so it's like.
There's
Exactly.
okay, now,
It doesn't matter for him. It's all me.
I'm
all me.
gonna bring up. I'm gonna be devil's advocate on this.
You can be,
Wait.
Okay, let's.
you can
let's
be the
hear it.
customer side of that shit.
No. So, but here's
For
here's
sure.
my devil.
This is where like the guys and the girls are gonna fucking
Uh-huh.
debate.
First off,
Here.
First
Yeah.
off, stop.
Go ahead.
First
sure.
off,
Go ahead.
if you
Go ahead.
so like from a guy standpoint, and I get this shit all the time, which is like, if I'm a very good looking guy and I do have fucking money, like you're sitting here, oh, you gotta bring something to the table. Do you bring something to the table? Like, no, then you gotta step it up too. Like, I get it when you are dealing something below your level, for sure they gotta bring something to the table because you're the hot one. You are here, they are here. That's the thing I get on guys all the time which is guys can bat out of their league for sure if they bring something else to the table. You can be a 7 and pull a 10 if you're charming, have money, whatever. You can pull a better girl than you are.
But a girl could be a 4 and pull a 10.
No, they can't. That's
Yes,
the
they
thing.
Yes.
can.
No.
Yes, they can.
Yes.
Yes, they can.
Yes, they can. Yep. I've seen it. In the strip club, yes.
Not even
Yeah,
outside
yeah.
of the strip
Outside
club.
of the strip
Even
club.
outside of the strip club. I'm telling you.
Inside,
No.
outside,
No.
both ways.
Yes, yes,
okay, so
yes,
yes,
yes.
I'm gonna argue with you as this. Guys are more about physical. Girls are more about emotional. So
That's when it comes to cheating, though.
No, in general. I feel girls are more likely to be with a guy. That's why you see a lot of fucking girls with guys that are uglier than they are, versus you don't see as many guys with girls that are uglier than they are. It's a very one light side because guys are more physical, girls are more emotional. If I'm funny, I'm charismatic, I have good money, and if I'm a 6 or 7, I can still pull a 9 or 10. But if I'm a girl and I'm a 9 or 10, I'll reverse that. If I'm a girl and I'm a 6 and 7, but I'm not bringing anything else to the table, you're not pulling off a 9 or 10.
Okay, so
It ain't gonna happen.
hypothetically, what is it that a girl has to bring to the table?
That's the thing. If you're bringing looks, that's more than enough for a guy.
Exactly.
Okay, so titties are good, perky, blah blah blah. Guess what? As a 7 or 8, if I have money and I'm funny and I'm charismatic, I'm probably gonna be able to pull you.
Yeah.
Because I put a smile on your
Yeah.
face, you have a good time, you enjoy yourself,
Yeah.
and guess what? And he's like, well, he pays my bills, and he's super fun, and I love being with him, and he whatever. You're going to be okay with overlooking my looks, even though I'm not as cute as you are. You're going to be okay with it because I bring something emotional and something else to the table. You're going to be okay with that.
But that brings me back to what I said, paying the bills.
Okay, you're right. But
Okay.
as
So we agree on it.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Okay,
I'm just
okay.
saying from the reverse side though, from a girl, if I'm below your status and I do not bring those other things to the table, yeah, I'm gone. And that's the thing. But a girl, if she is a 6 or 7, she's not pulling the 9 or 10 guy, the famous fucking phrase, 6'2", fucking finance, making 200 grand. No, he ain't settling for that
Yeah.
fucking bitch. Because you know what? The stat, I'm not sure what the stat is, and I wish I had my fucking phone on me to fucking Google it. But there's a stat where it's like, I think it's 20% of men.
Date down.
No, 20% of men fuck 70% of women.
Yup.
That top 20% is fucking so much. And that bottom 80% don't get shit. I want to say, like, I think the average partner for the majority of the guys is like 9 or below. And then there's that top 20%, which is in the hundreds. Because girls are attracted to the cream of the crop. You guys want the best of the best. Not only, but it's not only looks though.
We're not saying we want the best of the best, but we know what we're getting into at the end of the day.
but
Women are more emotionally intelligent. Men think what they're doing.
You're right. Okay, but guess what? You spot quality, and that's the thing.
Over quantity.
Okay, yes, but you spot quality, which means
Men are the
he
opposite.
doesn't have to be a 10. He can be a 7, but his quality goes up because he treats you well, he makes you laugh, he makes you happy, and he has money. So you're willing to give up a little bit of that looks for that side that side of the ball, correct? Let's okay.
Yeah.
All right, I need another shot.
Okay, I'm gonna talk shit right here, which is this. Can you tell me your last 3 fucking boyfriends were fucking 8s or higher?
Shit.
No.
Can you?
Immediately, no. You
Okay,
can tell by
so
the
were
last.
your last?
No.
So no. I don't. I'm asking you. I'm asking her. Were your last 3 boyfriends 8 or higher?
Yes.
No.
All 3?
No.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
all
But
three?
one was 8 and he didn't have money. Like the others.
No.
He was what?
So
He was 8 and he was broke. So
no.
It would be.
he was 7. He was
No.
7 and he was broke.
No.
But
Okay.
like
Yeah.
yeah.
So okay.
It
So,
happens.
You
so
live
now,
and you
now,
learn.
Okay.
You
So
live and
now,
you
now,
learn.
first with you. Were your last 3 boyfriends?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
So okay. So you're again. Point is, you're more attractive. Are more attracted
It's
to
personality for sure.
Okay,
it's
so-
not about how you look. It's about personality for sure. But it
Initially,
depends.
it's the attraction, though.
Yes.
It's physical
Yeah.
initially, just like it is
Yeah.
for the guy.
But you okay, but
Exactly.
but again, she's already
Okay,
saying
take your
you
shot.
can say that you are willing to. Let's okay. I'll even make it as a broader statement. Have you ever fucked a 6?
Yes.
Oh, I fucked the 6
Okay.
for
Yes.
sure.
Have you ever fucked a 5?
No. I
Yes.
swear.
Okay.
I swear.
I have.
Okay.
I haven't fucked a 5.
What's the lowest number you're gonna go down to? Be honest. What
She had beer goggles.
Yeah, I know. I get it. I for sure. I know it is. But what was the lowest number you did?
The lowest I've gone down to is like a 4.
Okay. What's the lowest number you've ever fucked?
6.
Okay, 6.
A 4 is
Because
the
that was my
lowest.
initial, like, the initial attraction is really what does it for me.
Okay.
But
then you go from there.
personality sells it for me, and that's the only reason why I'll stoop down to like a 4. If your personality sells it, if it
See,
does not,
I base
will
their
not-
personality off me. I like them a little bit of an asshole. I like them a little standoffish and crazy.
Yeah.
If they're
That's
like
what I
fucked
like.
up in the
That's what I
head,
like.
you
That's
know they're
what I
good in
like.
bed.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
Okay,
All right.
that's the last rhyme of the night.
Second Friday of the day. If they fucked up in the head, they're good in bed.
Yeah.
All right. So we got
Yes,
so we got
baby.
two we
Yes,
had 2
baby.
t-shirts from tonight. I'm just saying I'm gonna put that one on 1 2. If they fucked up in the head, they
They
good in bed.
they
Yeah.
fuck good
All
in
right.
bed. That's guarantee.
Yup.
We're doing race.
No. I was being honest with her because we're talking about, like, she said she doesn't go below a 6. Well, the bottom line is, like, she's a 7 8, a 7.5, 8.5 for sure. And so at a 6, you're still going below your stuff. You're still going below your level, which means it's still proving my point, which is girls are willing to go below. Guys usually don't.
I didn't say I was a 6.
No, you said you fucked a 6.
Yeah. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You fucked a 6. The thing about it is, guys usually don't go below. They try to go up. Now, not saying guys won't, but that is 100% a one-off. Never talk to you again. Again, it's like a fucking fat guy in a scooter. You know, it's fun to ride, but you don't want you don't want your fucking friends to see you on one.
Yup.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
That
That's-
goes back to my point. A girl could fuck a 10, but he's probably not ever going to see you again. Oh my God, that one rhymed too. Okay,
but
last one.
but the thing about it is though, it's like you've probably fucked more guys under your level versus the guys that you fuck that go
Yeah.
above their level.
Oh.
Guys usually fuck up, girls usually fuck down because girls are willing to give looks. Yeah, it means a little bit, but at the same time, personality means more. Like you guys, because you guys have more of an emotional attachment. Guys are more of a physical attachment. There's a reason why girls close their eyes during sex, where guys fucking want to watch.
Yeah.
They want to see everything. They want to see the whole fucking. They want to see the whole fucking show. Why? Because we are, we are mentally beings. That's how it is. So that's the concept. So I get it. Not a big deal. There's nothing wrong with it. But I stand by my fucking statement that you fucked down more than they fucked up. Guys fuck up, girls fuck down.
I don't think so.
No,
Okay. Actually,
I do.
I could contest. I think girls fuck down, but guys definitely date down. They keep their. They keep,
no,
Okay,
stop.
okay.
That's a whole other goddamn subject.
Yes.
Dating
They
down
date
is
down for-
We're gonna have
100%
to
different.
take this a different day, but
Yeah,
I'm
we'll,
saying
we'll have to talk about this tomorrow or some other day. But dating down is a different thing, because they will settle
for
to
somebody underneath their level.
They will settle for the 5 that's going to be there every day, hoping that once in a while they'll spike whatever.
Yeah.
But most of those guys don't have the charisma or the whatever to keep the 7 or the 8 or the 9. And that's why.
But they keep that bitch in the house too, and that's why they're bitter.
Because it's a shooting star. I can get a 7 or an 8 or a 9 once in a while, but after I fuck them and they fucking realize how kind of a shithead I am, they don't want to date me.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm dating 5, because 5 ain't gonna leave me. 5 is happy I'm around because 5 is dating up. She's like, oh my God, I got me a guy who's a 6. I'm good. I'm doing great.
Yep.
Where he's like, well, you're fine for the most part, but if 7 or 8 ever say hi or good, I'm leaving. Bye. But they're a fucking shooting star. They fuck them and they never want to talk to them because, again, you'll fuck down. As an 8, you'll fuck the 7 you'll fuck the fucking 6 guy. That'll be the highlight of his fucking century. And he's happy. But you don't want to date him. You don't want to talk to him the next day. You don't want to be whatever. You just had a good day. He was funny. He was fine. And you wanted some dick. Right? That's why he's staying with 5. Because 5 is going to stay with him regardless.
Yes.
So that's the difference. But I appreciate you being on the show today. I loved having you. I hope you come back. Obviously, we'll see what your boobs look like in another fucking month or 2. I will bring you back just for a boob check if that's cool.
Wow. Not for the rhymes?
Huh? You gotta come up with some new rhymes. I will say though, you had 2 tonight. I'll give you those.
I'm just playing.
Me personally,
I'm playing.
For a boob check, please come back. I'm gonna see.
She got to feel him.
Not gonna lie,
She got to feel him.
Nikita's gonna probably try to take you home for a boob check.
Yeah.
Like,
I might.
that's how she rolls. So, yeah.
I might.
But I appreciate having your show, Nikita. Thank you for coming back again.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun. There's a lot of stuff. Like I said, I can't wait to keep doing more of these. But they're definitely entertaining and it's an interesting thing. So we hit all the marks. Though we hit the club, we hit the money, we hit the money management, we hit the photography side a little bit, not much, but a little bit. We're good.